We've all heard of Taco Tuesday, but what about Mexican Mondays with Meg? Welcome to Quarantine Kitchen. Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome to Quarantine Kitchen. It's a beautiful Monday in April. Not that days really matter during this self-isolation period, but today has been an exciting day because I put jeans on for the first time since this isolation began. So it's exciting, they still fit, but they might not after this delicious meal. Today, we are making enchiladas. Enchiladas are one of my favorite go-to foods when I go to a Mexican restaurant, but since we can't really go out to eat these days, I figure, why not show you how to make them from home? This recipe I got from Skinny Taste. It's one of my favorite websites for cooking and baking. The food is always delicious, and I'm sure you'll see more episodes from them featured on this show. But for now, let's get started. First, the pig is back. And for this recipe requires you to make your own enchilada sauce. We are not cheating the system and using that store-bought stuff. We are making it from scratch ourselves. So for the enchilada sauce, you need about 1 teaspoon or 2 cloves of minced garlic, a cup and a half of tomato sauce, 3/4 cup of chicken stock or chicken broth, about 2 tablespoons of chipotle chili peppers in adobo sauce, and then a 1/2 teaspoon each of cumin and chili powder. So what you're gonna do is you're going to take your garlic and you're going to put it in the saucepan. And you're gonna wanna saute this garlic for about 2 minutes. Then after the garlic sautés for about 2 minutes, you're going to add the broth, the sauce, the chilies, and both spices. You're gonna add them all into the saucepan. Mix them all together and bring them to a boil. I'm going to keep an eye on that. While that sort of gets brought up to a boil, we will start on the chicken. So for the chicken, I have 9 ounces of pre-cooked shredded chicken. I poached this chicken earlier today, shredded it myself so it is ready to go. You're going to need another teaspoon of garlic, or that's about 2 cloves of minced garlic, 1 cup of chopped diced onions, 1/2 cup of tomato sauce, about 1/3 cup of chicken stock or broth, 1/2 teaspoon of oregano, and a teaspoon of chili powder. So I'm going to take a pan, and I'm going to add a tiny bit, about a teaspoon of vegetable oil to that pan. And then I'm going to add the onion and the garlic to that and saute them until the onions get soft. And once the onions are soft, you're going to add the chicken, the broth, the tomato sauce, and then both your oregano and chili powder to that pan and sort of stir it all together. Once everything is added to that chicken mixture, you're gonna let it all cook together for about 4 to 5 minutes. You can see there are a few bubbles coming from our saucepan, so I turned the heat down to low and I'm going to let it simmer. Set a timer for about 5 minutes. And we will wait for that to finish. And while our sauce finishes up cooking, we can start to assemble our enchiladas. So what you want to do is you want to take about 1/3 cup of the mixture and place it in the middle. And then you're going to want to roll the tortilla tightly on the middle and then place it in your baking sheet, seam side down. you're gonna pour the sauce over the enchiladas. Get it all nice in there. You're gonna spread it around a little bit. You're going to take your cheese and sprinkle the cheese all on top. Now before you bake them, you're going to want to cover your pan, or in my case, pans, with tin foil. And then you're going to bake them for 20 to 25 minutes at 400 degrees. My timer is set for 20 minutes, so we'll check back on those guys in just a little bit. Time for the big reveal. Would you just look at that cheesy goodness? And now, that Meg is ready to do what she does best. Taste test. Yum! That is a good enchilada. Again, recipe is from Skinny Taste. Hate to leave you guys, but I have to finish this delicious meal on my plate. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.